What is up, everybody? It is me, Supercard Copter, here with another Supercard video. So, basically, in this video, I am going to be getting my very first event card. I'm excited about this one because my boy Kalisto was the main event. Um, and yeah, it's just awesome to finally get him. There's a bunch of grinding because of the fact that um, I just don't have the decks I used to have. I remember when Road to Glory would be an easy +10 all the way through. But now I literally started, I think I was able to get some +6s at the beginning, but once I hit, what was it? It's probably about uh 60. Yeah, it's probably about, well, no, actually I think I got to about 100 before I had to start doing +2s. So I was definitely around 80, 85 before I started to where I had to do +2s all the way through. Nonetheless, it was definitely a grind. Um, yeah, it's not the best as far as grinding, but yeah. So total, I spent $10. I basically wanted to get through all the other cards as fast as I could before I got to my wall because I wanted to have as much time as I could. I could have had this done by yesterday, but I had work. I've been really tired lately, so I've been taking lots of naps and whatnot. But nonetheless, I'm here. Plenty of time to go. Let's do it. Not sex, that is. I mean, get Kalisto. Hopefully, y'all's journey to getting Kalisto, if you did try to get him, has been a good one. Hopefully, you will be able to acquire him. And yeah. So, one thing I really learned is man, do I need some better divas? But I love my Sasha Banks card, man. Card is sexy. Sasha's kind of coming around to me. Uh, and yeah. It's pretty good. I liked that I have Classy Freddy Blassie and I think it's Sherry. I like that I have both of them in the legendary manager tier, just because of the fact that you're basically getting a boost to all stats. That's one thing I would always recommend. That if you are going to use managers, try and even it out. It will help you in the long run versus having like a speed tough power. Like just try and cover as many um, stats as you can. I know that's not always the case for everybody. Definitely always use your top managers, um, regardless. So if you have like an epic Freddy Blassie and a legendary Freddy Blassie, and those are the only two managers, definitely use those. I'm just saying a more even base ground is a lot better. Um, just because you never know what stat's going to be called, and maybe you just need that little +1 to beat the next person. Uh, so I'm actually glad that a lot of my I had a good amount of up and down arrows and left and right arrows. So the tags have really helped. They've been really good. Of course, all the doubles, freaking doubles, they've helped. So I guess that's good. I was able to get Jack Swagger out, which is awesome because the card sucks. And then I am almost done with finishing getting my second Stardust done, which Stardust isn't a bad card. I mean, it's not any of the best cards, but it's not a bad card. So whenever I get him, he will knock out my Ryback, which would be awesome because now I will not have the two worst cards in my deck anymore. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, I think after them it goes the Miz. I think he's next to get out. And there you go. Boom. Kalisto is ours. Super excited. Um, I did mess up. I was gonna save all my picks because I was super close to getting my survivor pool, and yeah, I wasn't thinking, so I just went ahead and basically just played and started pulling, and that's when I got my Classy Freddy Blassie legendary pool. So I have two Kalistas there. Was gonna work on this one, but I really don't need that one anymore. Probably take off this one. And yeah, so let's see that bad boy. Where's he at? So yes, I already have that one done. And now we have the other one. I'll go ahead and lock him just in case. There's Neville. Was working on him, but I'll probably just work on Kalisto. Let's see. Normal cards. Let's feed Kalisto some Kalisto. This should bring him all the way up. Yep, there he is. So I don't know what I'm gonna do Kalisto on. I know his first one I have power, tough, speed, speed. Maybe I'll do speed, speed, tough, tough, or maybe I'll do a power, tough, tough, speed this time, just to kind of give him that little bump. Actually, yeah, I'll probably do that power, tough, tough, speed, and then I'll just Mag Daddy him and all the other stats. So yeah, I extremely love this card. I am a huge Kalisto fan, so I'm glad that we got an event of him. And not too bad as far as being my first event card. I'm definitely not mad about it. I'm glad that I'll bring something better to my team now instead of just doing both of my legendary rocks. So yeah, slowly moving on up with my stuff. So I'm super excited about that. Let's see. I didn't get any crazy pools. There's the second. No, this is the second Stardust. So I'm gonna use this picture for my second Stardust. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, I only have Power Tough left. So we'll go ahead and finish him actually. Maybe not in this video, but we'll get there. Ooh, let's see if I win that one so I can move on to the freaking finals. Which, if I do move on to the finals, oh man, it'd be great if I got a legendary diva that I could pro. So one thing that I do, I go into whenever I'm trading cards, I'll either have like a huge, like I'll have my top two people that I will like win matches with, but as far as actually winning matches, I go into these whenever I'm training like I'm gonna lose 9 out of 10 times. So I'm not too worried about actually winning, especially once you get into where they only need like Stardust only needs power toughness. You basically need to dedicate anytime one of those stats come up to hitting him with it because you basically need to because those are the stats that he needs. If he was just a fresh card where he needs all stats, then I definitely recommend anytime a 2 stat is called. So if you have this next match is power and toughness, throw that card out, let it lose. But you're getting 2, you know. Instead of always just trying to win, focus more on the training. Whenever it comes down to just 1 stat, that's whenever you can kind of focus more on winning. Just because if you only need power, then you don't need to throw him out if it's calling for toughness, speed, or charisma, because he already has all those done. So it's just a good way to play smart. Usually, a good system is, especially if you're doing legendaries, I've noticed is 2 really good legendaries and then 2 just base legendary cards, and 2 good divas will definitely keep you in the range of being able to always win with those two powerful cards and the two good divas. If you were to do right now, this is a bit harder just because I have Neville in there, and Neville's still like in between a or right below a legendary pro, so it feels like I have three legendary pros, and so it kind of gives me some bad matchups sometimes where even if I wanted to try and win, there's no way I'm gonna win. And at the same time, it's up and down arrows. So unless you have like the good ones in and a full deck of them where like they can tag, you can have that one that usually always wins. You're not gonna get too far. Let's be real here. Up and down arrows aren't the best of cards, excluding like Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much about it, especially in the legendary field. So that's good. We got Charlotte there. And yeah, so King of the Ring hasn't been the best for me lately. My main goals with the last two have just been like training, and then if I can get to the contenders brackets, then I will try and just get to the semis. Just because the semis, if you get there, you get one legendary card, and I'm assuming that that whole like you get better luck if you win second place when you get one legendary card versus getting two. I guess that luck is only if you actually finish second place because I've gotten where I'm only getting one legendary card and I have gotten crap. I think my last reward was a Dean Ambrose, and it's like I don't need a Dean Ambrose. I mean, as much as I'd love to upgrade my legendary deck with like nothing but the good ones, I don't want any more doubles or anything. Also, my last King of the Ring award was it was Dean Ambrose. No, Dean Ambrose was the time before that. Um, my most recent one was Bray Wyatt, which I was okay with because of the fact that he was a pro. So I was like, okay, cool. And yeah, so I already finished proing him up. He was in my deck throughout the whole road to glory. So that was good. Also, a good thing to do, especially if you know, like for me, I'm in the legendary plus plus as far as my road to glory goes. But every time I start, throw in all those cards that you need to power up and really get their stats boosted up if you're training, because you have a crap load of matches that will that you can easily win with like base cards. Just because the first few you're fighting uncommons and commons, but each time at the beginning you're always getting a lot of double stats. So that is a quick way to power up your people. That's how I got Bray real quickly. The only time that I take him out is whenever it starts getting a little bit harder, or he only needs like one or two stats. Because whenever you only need one or two stats, you can't really focus as much on those stats like you can if you had them in exhibition. So, for instance, if Stardust just had toughness that he needed, you don't ever know if Stardust will be right there whenever a toughness is called, or if it's calling for power speed, you have to use Stardust because there's no other card. Like you just never know. And at the same time, you're focusing on like winning at the same time, like okay, who can tag with who, etc., etc. Versus playing an exhibition where it's like okay, wait for a tough status to be called, then throw Stardust out. You can focus more on the card that you're trying to power up in there versus having a bunch of cards that need a bunch of stats all in one pit. You could just throw them out like nothing. You don't even have to worry about tags, uh, compatibility in there because you're facing uncommons and commons. So that's just a quick tip that I use. I had a Bray. I was training up my legendary Roman Reigns just so he can be ready if I was to get one of him. Then I would only need to train one card. Then you had who else was I training up? I finished training Bubba Ray Dudley because he got mostly trained up in the last King of the Ring that I did, but he wasn't fully because I mean it's about 45 games, but you don't know if it's always going to be called uh, specifically. See, like right now, speed. I don't need speed on Stardust. I'm not really focusing on Neville right now. Um, right now, my main focus is on Stardust just to get him completed. So that's why, as of now, I'm going for the win. So speed and charisma. I already won 2 matches, so I don't. I already have this one, and because it's a 2 stats that are being called, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Neville out because now Neville just got a point on speed and charisma, and doing one by one by one by one will get you there, but doing 2 at a time will get you there a lot quicker. So just some food for thought. Let's see, how many does he need left? Okay, so we'll finish out toughness, and then I'll finish out power on my own, and I will do all that. And normally next in line would be Neville, but I need to have Kalisto ready for the next team event that we're doing. So, oh, see, power toughness. Those are 2 stats that Stardust needs. So definitely throwing him out for that one. But yeah, so after I'm done with Stardust, since he's so close, basically just gonna pro him up. I won't even worry about oh, battery is low. Um I won't even worry about training him up as a pro yet. There will be plenty of time for that. Um and yeah, and plus Kalisto, I can be in the survivor tier with my group to train him, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, man, so I'm excited. I got a Kalisto Pro. It's awesome. All right. So I believe that is it. Let's see if we get anything. Just a trash can. Sweet. All right, folks. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. Make sure to subscribe. Thumbs up it if you like it. Like I said, a lot more stuff is coming with like the face cams, backgrounds, different things like that. Still trying to just find like the whole rhythm thing. Didn't really make videos this week because A, I've been working, and B, I've been just grinding, trying to get this Kalisto card for my team. Because, man, like, as much as I want to put forth, like, a lot of our teammates have the event cards, stuff like that. So I needed to get at least one, and then out of the ones I actually could get, this was the one. So I was super excited about that. And it's a Kalisto. I can't express that enough. I love this dude. This dude's awesome. He actually makes it entertaining to watch him perform, and it kind of just gives me that feeling of the old school days of back with like Jeff Hardy and Edge and the true Dudley Boys, not these PG-13 Dudley Boys. And all those crazy tag teams in the back where they do high flying maneuvers, all this stuff, like crazy stuff that we really don't see anymore. So I'm glad we still have wrestlers like him. And I'm glad that I have him. So there you go, and boom. It looks like he gave up. Because there's no way I should have went 5-0 on him unless he just didn't recharge. Let's see. Actually, I won't show it just in case. The finale person is watching. So it looks like it's going to be me and Siebel93. Siebel93's got some good cards. It's pretty much going to be based on what stats are called for this last matchup. So hopefully I'll win the finals. That'll be in tomorrow's video. And yeah, so until next time, I am Copter. Enjoy the Super Bowl. That is today, later on today. So yeah, definitely enjoy it. And let's just look at those cards, man. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, get at me at Twitter. Eventually, I will remember to say that before I get ready to go. But yeah, it's at Supercard Copter. So now, until next time, peace. I'm out of here.